Scen Murray, the actor who plays Agent Timothy McGee on NCIS, talks about an injury he sustained during the car wash sequence. There are a lot of noteworthy moments in the CBS series that centers on different criminal investigations and collaborations between the major case response team. In Season 2, McGee was after a suspect when he wound up running through an operational car wash. However, he quickly discovered that Gibbs, Mark Harmon, had outwitted him. The NCIS cast has also featured Michael Weatherly, Polly Perrette, Cote de Pablo, Sasha Alexander, Rocky Carroll, and others in addition to Murray and Harmon. When Murray appeared on the Spotify podcast Off Duty and NCIS Rewatch, he talked about how the car wash scene hurt him. Watch the video below. The actor said, "To this day, I have very limited mobility in my right thumb," after revealing that he had fallen on his hand while sprinting. Murray responded in a humorous way when co-host DePablo asked whether it was a stunt, saying, "No, that was me coming down on my hand." See below for more of his remarks. The fact that Murray's event was never seen on film is maybe what surprised people the most about it. Rather, the scene opened with McGee heading straight into the car wash, where he battled his way past revolving tools and spray cleaner to exit. The actor was obviously soaked in soap, as he mentioned, and repeatedly wiping away suds from his face, so it's easy to see things going wrong. There will have been multiple close-quarters battles and rescue scenarios by NCIS Season 22, including the planning of McGee's early Season 7 escape from Somalia, Ziva, DePablo, and Dinazo Weatherly. Among the several action sequences in the procedural, it's noteworthy that McGee's car wash incident truly caused injuries. Although it wasn't as intense or risky as earlier moments, DePablo and Weatherly's remarks implied that it might have been a prank. Aside from low light and slick surfaces, it's worth asking how long Murray took to film that scene for NCIS and what kinds of difficulties he faced. At least the actor can now talk about it with some humor, considering what he recently said about it, that it turned out to be an unexpectedly traumatic experience. In NCIS Season 21, Murray's McGee has relatively little work to do in comparison to all of his major case response team, MCRT, colleagues. After Nick Torres was nearly sentenced to prison for a homicide he did not commit, Ducky Mallard died, albeit soundly in his sleep. In the 1000th episode of NCIS, director Leon Vance was shot, and Alden Parker also suffered serious injuries. Lastly, Jessica Knight's status in the squad is still up in the air. During all of this, McGee's lone family mishap was rather modest, which made him a reliable presence during those previously mentioned difficult times. Expect some interesting personal storylines from McGee going into NCIS Season 22. Maybe Season 21's substantially smaller number of episodes was the reason he didn't receive much the year before. Being the most seasoned cast member of MCRT, though it's only a matter of time until he achieves a significant personal achievement, perhaps via the long-awaited on-screen reconciliation with his sister Sarah. If not, it might reintroduce Delilah, a well-known but still entertaining plot point for McGee. Off Duty, an NCIS rewatch features Murray's reunion with Weatherly and DePablo, which is a treat to see because the three haven't been this close in 10 years. The three appeared on the show during some of its greatest years and is generally seen as Gibbs' best team. The likelihood of McGee, Dinazo, and David sharing the screen once more after a decade is called into question by this get-together. To put things in perspective, Ziva and Tony have both returned to NCIS and reconnected with McGee, albeit independently. All three should ideally be working together at NCIS in some manner. Fortunately, there are several ways in which this can occur. First off, Tony and Ziva are welcome to return to MCRT as special guests. Given their past with the group, Director Vance will probably always be happy to have them. Nevertheless, McGee's appearance on NCIS, Tony and Ziva, the planned spin-off that will follow the couple and their daughter, Tali, as they go on the run across Europe, is a far better alternative. It should not be difficult to envision McGee offering assistance should the couple need it. Perhaps it's also how Abby Pseudo rejoins NCIS.